Hello, hello. Hi, guys. Hi. I'm excited. Hi, Natasha. Okay, let's just let a few people hop on. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I don't know if you got your wine. I'm cheating today. Shatika, baby. Hi. I'm cheating today. So, how do I see? Um, okay. Send me a request whenever you're ready, Shatika. Um, are we on?
Hello, I think
Connected?
so. Can we do
Hi,
it? I think
darling.
we did it.
Jojo,
Hi.
you sent me a request to join. You want me to add you? Jojo, if I add you, we're gonna see you live. You ready to go live with me, Joe?
I
I think
forget
she
like
might
they
have done
split the
that.
screen so you can only see half of me, but this should be fine. I'm backseat riding so that I can be up
You
live because
backseat
I'm on the
riding.
move.
Heard you. How are you tonight, my love?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
I like those lashes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My girl Kristen hooked me up.
They look really good. Are they individuals or strips?
These are individuals actually.
Okay.
Um I actually saw a girl getting like strips put on
Uh-huh.
at the eyebrow place yesterday, and my mind was boggled. I was like, wait, what are you doing? She was like, little life hack. Let me
Uh-huh.
tell you. And she gave me the tea. She was
Yeah.
like, I buy these for $4.
And then
I
go let
come
them put them
here
on.
and literally they're glue. She's like, they last me 2 weeks. I'm like,
Yeah.
but I don't know about a strip. I feel like I'm not gonna be able to clean my eye. I'm a
Right.
little bit hesitant, but
No, no, no. But those look
Jojo
good.
said
They
I'm
look really
don't
good.
understand social media anymore. I had a feeling it's not that you're old, it's that you're a mom first. So cut it out. You're my age. Oh, is that
For my
Parker?
baby. Yeah.
Tito. I
Yeah.
got something for her. I'm gonna give it to you. But let's get straight to it. I'm gonna send this out to a few more people because it
Ditto.
is only 9:05 before I start just asking you a few questions.
Sounds good.
Hello, hello everyone. So, um just in general, how is life right now? Like, let's just start there. How are you?
You're
How are you
breaking
doing?
up a little bit. I can't quite hear you.
Oh,
Let me, you're a little
okay.
bit broken up, so I can't. Hold on, let's do
But
this.
now,
How's that? That's much better.
okay.
You good? Can you hear me good?
I can hear you. I can hear you better. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you good.
Okay. Hey, Francesca. So I'm here. Well, first of all, let me introduce you. I'm here with Shatika. Shatika, say hello to everyone.
Hey.
Shatika and I actually went to school together, and now we are working together.
Yeah.
I'm very excited because we've been able to do so much in such a short amount of time,
Yeah.
and I just feel like it's compounded and it's like boom, like everything's just like all of a sudden it's 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 going, like it's flowing.
Yeah.
So I'm really
Yeah.
excited.
Right.
I've decided to do these lives every week and just kind of check in, tap in with my tribe, like how are you, what's going on, what are you feeling, what's next for you when it comes to your
Yeah.
business and what you do.
Yeah. So, I have a consulting. Well, first of all, 9 to 5, I work in government.
Okay.
Graduated from college with a political science degree, and have been putting that to work since. Um, be it by things in the community. Can you hear me? Okay, like I feel like I'm breaking
Yep.
up.
No, you're fine.
You're good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, be it things in the community and or just working in government. I'm a legislative aide to County Legislator Christopher Johnson, who represents a section in Yonkers where you live. He's your legislator.
Yes.
He's also my legislator. And so I've been doing that for the last 4 years. But more recently, I have started my own business consulting company that really focuses on three things. One, legitimizing businesses. So, oftentimes a lot of us, especially young people, especially Black and brown people, we're out here doing work and operating as a business, but we're not protected as such. We're not set up as such. That's a
Absolutely.
problem,
And
right? We always end up
it's a
double
big
bagging.
problem.
Exactly. And we always end up having a double bag, spend twice the money we should have spent. Um,
Exactly.
yeah,
Spending money we didn't have to spend.
yep,
That's the key. And this is why we're not advancing. So your
yep,
work is so important. And
yeah.
I appreciate it so much.
So on the
It
digital
kind of
front,
cut out a
helping
little
businesses.
bit right there.
Are you good now?
Yep, I can hear you good now.
Okay.
Oh, perfect.
Um, so figuring out the business stuff, also figuring out how to help you build your own digital platforms. So establishing your digital footprint via the web. People can find you on your Google. People can find you on your website. Make sure you're present on social media. That's the second part of something that of the business that I do. And then the last part is like project management. So anybody who has an existing business or an organization and they're working on a particular project and they need a person who's solely dedicated to moving their project along, managing that project, I'm your girl,
I
right?
attest to pretty much everything that you just said. Without you, we would not be here. And I do
Right.
not say that lightly. And people who
Yeah.
are on here know me and they know me. I'm the go getter, I'm the doer, I'm the one getting it done. But guess what? We all need help. We
Yeah.
all need that someone who's going to be, like our person to
Yeah.
bounce off of,
Right. An
especially
accountability partner.
entrepreneurs. Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially young entrepreneurs who are like balancing family life,
Yeah.
balancing home life.
Yeah.
We might even still be working a career while building this business,
Exactly.
let alone dealing with our own, personal things. Like
Yeah.
there's so much that goes into it. Hi
Yeah.
guys, thank you for joining. I'm here talking to Shatika. So there's so many things that you help with, right? And I feel like whenever we got to a certain point, it
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, shift. And now we're like kind of headed a different direction. But
Yeah.
you always kept me on track. Like,
Moving, right?
what,
Like the best
right?
part is like movement. Even if we have to pivot,
Moving.
even we change in the project, even if we're like, Jenny is notorious for this. One week she's like, I want to grow a garden. The next week she's like, no, I think I just want to like make merch. No, I think I'm just gonna blog. Okay, no, for sure. But one thing that you have
I
decided on,
literally,
which is like
I'm
rooted in
still,
you, is
I,
coaching.
I, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. So it's crazy because I feel like it was always there.
yeah,
And you even said it, like you even said, like, I mean, you kind of do coaching. You were a coach before, like
it
you
sounds
mentioned it, but
perfect.
you didn't push me
Right.
because, you're not, that's not your job. You're not here to
Yeah.
push me to do things.
Yeah.
But you always kept that kind of in the back of my mind. Like, so eventually when you want to get into coaching or
Yeah.
when you want to get into this, and I was just
Yeah.
like, didn't mention that. And I feel like you just have a pulse on your people,
Yeah.
and like that's why I love what we do
Yeah.
and how we're doing it. Like it's just
And that's one of the
it's
things that I try to carry in my business, right? Like, yes, we have a business relationship. I technically work for you, right? And so, like, your
Mm-hmm.
requests, I oftentimes will give my opinion and say, like, I don't think that's great, or I don't, maybe you should go in this direction. But ultimately, I work for you, right? And so,
Right.
we come up with tasks, and I, complete them, and I help you in completing the tasks that are necessary for you. But what I see and what I like, and what helps my work be enjoyable is that, a lot of the people that I work with, be it they start out as friends or strangers, we always get to a place where we are family, right? Like, we are in this together, and you're not
Literally.
alone. And we're working towards your goal. Like, we're working towards it together, and sometimes that's really all people need. They have all the tools, but they need somebody
Exactly.
working it with them.
And it's like having the mentality of when you win, I win, and vice versa.
Exactly.
Because when I first came to you, I had a feeling. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't like I read every single description on your website.
Mm-hmm.
I literally went with my gut on it. I was like, we weren't like besties in high
Yeah.
school. We weren't like super tight or like personal even.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I had a certain comfortability with you. And then I just saw what you were doing on social media. And it was like, this is what I need.
Yeah.
Like, it was
Yeah.
very apparent. Like,
Yeah.
everything that you were posting, the people you were helping, the things that you were doing, I was just like, I need her to help me. Like, I don't know with what yet. I haven't figured that out, but she's
Uh-huh.
got to help me figure this out. And that's what you did. Like,
That's
you
what
literally
happened,
helped me
right?
through that.
Right.
Exactly.
And you know what they say? One of my favorite quotes is, "Vision is the art of seeing what others can't." Right. So you didn't know
Mm,
what you wanted to do or how you wanted to do it, but you know that there was something that you wanted to do. You knew you had these gifts. You knew you were talented. You knew you were skillful, and you just wasn't sure how to manifest that into what you're doing today. And we didn't start out with like, "Hey, Shatika, I want to be a coach, so let's work on coaching." We went a couple
no.
different routes, and there, you still have the blog, and you're
And
still managing
literally,
music.
like, full transparency here because that's going to be me. It's always been me, so it's going to stay me. When we first started working together, I was a hot mess. I didn't know up from down. And you were just so nice about it that I was like, oh, I can't stop working with her now because she's holding it down when I don't even know what I want. I don't know. I'm throwing junk at her and she's working with it and she's helping. I'm like, bless her little heart. I have to figure this out with her. Like, it was like very important to me to like low key be loyal to you because I was like, you helped me through a moment. It was a very pivotal moment. And I feel like people need, oh, no, you're loading. Okay. Let me give it a second. You froze up on me. All I hear is you laughing. It's like cutting up. All right. How about now? Uh, it's like low key glitching now. Hey, Felix. Let me see. All right. Well, Shatika had some technical difficulties, but I'll kind of finish up, kind of telling you guys what my experience was with her and what we're gonna be doing here, really, with Wine Down Wednesdays. So, I reached out to literally a bunch of my friends, people who I've had the pleasure of working with, people who have been helping me. Hi, Em. So I literally had the pleasure of working already with Shatika, and she's helped me tremendously. So later on in the next episode, so I'm gonna be doing this every Wednesday. Next Wednesday, I have another special guest. So make sure you guys look out for that flyer for the info. But Wind Down Wednesday, basically, what I want to do is invite women who are entrepreneurs, who are doing something um, different, who are in this field, maybe maybe in okay. Hi guys. So women who are entrepreneurs or who are in a field and who have a passion, who maybe, are working on something, who have a project that is in motion. These are the women who I want to feature. So if you have something going on for yourself, if you either own a business, have a business, if I didn't reach out to you last night, like, please don't take it personal. Like, I literally just reached out to like 5, 6 people just off the top of my head. But I want anyone who's watching. Okay, Shatika's back. Hi guys, thank you for staying on. I think Shatika might be hopping back in, but yes, here we go.
I'm back. Sorry, I was
Hey, no, you're
in
fine.
motion. Now
Was
I'm in the
hi,
house. So
baby. Shout out to Young Mike. Everybody,
much
please
better.
follow him and make sure
Hi.
to subscribe to his YouTube channel and listen to the fucking music. Because if you don't,
I know that's right. You better promote your man. You don't know nothing
hello,
else. You better promote your
hello.
man. Sorry. So
Jador,
yes.
I love her so much.
Hi, Chantel. Chantel's on vacation right now. I
I
wish we all
know.
could be so lucky.
I am living through her stories right now. Because bitch, I need to sign.
Right.
Hi, baby. So I'm halfway. By the way, I cheated because today I did not have wine. I had a wine cooler.
Oh, that's
More on
okay.
that later.
It's
But I just
still a
felt like
wind
the
down.
wine cooler was gonna get me litty, and it's doing its thing.
Yeah, it's
Hi,
still a
babies.
wind down, which is all that matters.
Exactly. I love him. Look at him. Share the live, everyone. He's the best. I love you, baby. Thank you. So basically, where we left off, let's pick up where we left off. What you do, how you do it, the way you're doing it. We're freaking vibing. We love it. I did want to ask you one specific question because with Wind Down Wednesday, what I want it to be is kind of like a low-key open forum for anybody who's got questions, who's curious about business, about projects, about just branching out of what they're doing right now, because I feel like so many times we see people on Instagram like, oh my God, I love what she's doing. Like, oh my God, I wish I could do that. And it's like, just ask me anything you want. Like, that's what I'm here for. I just want to share my knowledge.
Agreed.
I feel like I realized that even though I'm super young, I'm only 31 years young.
Yes.
I have a lot more knowledge of business and certain things that a lot of people just don't have. So I want to share. I want to be able to be that resource. Hi, babe.
I 1000% agree.
So
oftentimes we don't get
I
the
do
information.
have one question I want to ask you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. No, you're fine.
Yes.
You're fine. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I have one question I want to ask you before I forget, because with Wind Down Wednesday, I kind of want to have that aspect of sharing the knowledge. So, what are some things? Let's say the top 3 things you would say that you would share with someone who's interested in getting into your type of field. What would you want to say to them? Someone like that?
I think one of the things you hit the nail, and I'm sorry, I'm just like ducking and hiding from the noise.
No, you're fine. This is fine.
One of the things I think you hit the nail on the head, and it's like, if you don't know something, you should most certainly ask. But I'll give you one better. Google is your best friend, right? So it's a catch-22, because sometimes people will take the easy way out, or feel as though you've done the work already. So like so I'll give you an example. When I used to have Broken Fab and I was doing all the boutique stuff, it was during a period of time where like at least people around in my city, in my community weren't doing boutiques. It was very, very like, you know,
You
Fashion Nova
were
even had just come out, right? And it wasn't like a
right.
thing, right? So sometimes I laugh because I'm like, you know, all these boutiques are basically just like Rainbow reincarnated and Easy Pickings reincarnated, and you know, but when I first started doing it as an independent, as a sole proprietor, there was very little blueprint from where I was at, right? So there was a lot of things that I had to figure out for myself and work on by myself. And it added to why I'm able to do parking consulting today.
Look at what I have right here.
What is that?
Broken Fab, baby.
No, it's not. That's so
yes,
funny.
it is. This is one of my favorite outfits.
Oh yes, is it the Long John like material?
Yes, it's one of the last things that I bought. It's like literally, I just took it off yesterday. I had this on yesterday.
Funny.
So
That's
I'm
so
like,
funny. I have
wait,
so much
Broken
stuff
Fab.
of my own. Yeah,
I just had a brain fart. Like I ordered that from you. Broken Fab.
Yes, you did. Thank you. And it was
You
before we
really
ever
know?
even thought about working together, right? Isn't that crazy?
It's so crazy.
So, you know, it's a catch-22. It's like, on the one hand, yes, open your mouth and ask. Like, a closed mouth will not get fed. But at the same time, put in the work. Like, do the research. Don't be afraid to read, listen, watch. Like, you don't even have to read these days. There's freaking videos and audio books and all types of things
Honestly,
for you to get information.
I love that. I love that because I feel like more and more I'm realizing that the more I know about a topic, the less anxiety I have about it. Period. Whatever it is. Whether it's something that I can control or I can't control, if it's something that I can do or I can't do, I gotta hire somebody. The more I know about the topic, the more I research on it, the more I Google, the more I get the knowledge. Hi, Parker.
She found me.
The more, she's so freaking cute. I love her.
Thank you.
You know, the more information I have, the less anxiety and panic and worry.
Absolutely. The more prepared you are going into whatever the newest endeavor is. And you can't rely on somebody else's work, somebody else's research, you know, et cetera, to kind of pull you through. So there's like a difference, right? And there's a difference between asking for those things and a person volunteering the information. But I was giving you an example of Broken Fat because people used to want to know where I got my merch. Not that I didn't want to share, but I worked hard to find the vendors that I had. I worked hard to, you know, build the list that I had. And so I can tell you, you know, Google this or Google that, but I'm not going to give you for free, right, the information that I worked so hard for. There's a price for that. And that's where Parker Consulting came in, honestly, because I was helping a lot of my friends and family members put their businesses together, giving them, like, they were asking me advice, you know. People were going to LegalZoom, and I was like, LegalZoom is like the biggest ripoff there is.
You are a natural leader.
Yeah.
You are a natural, you know, you're natural and you're innovative and you're creative. Mm-hmm. You have that mind.
Yeah.
You can, you know, you can bring ideas almost like you can literally pull them out of people's brains. Like there was times that I was like saying 3 words and like 10 times and you would totally understand what I'm trying to say. It was insane. So it's literally
I do think that that's one of the things that is just like natural that comes to me. But, you know, I know a lot of information. The information, I'm not going to say that I know a lot of information. The information that I do know is from my own personal research, my own personal experience, you know, me figuring things out. And I feel like
also, you know, we came from the same high school. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Academy of Finance because...
Shout out to the Academy of Finance.
Even though my parents were already business owners and I had that too. Yeah. I feel like a lot of the logistics and a lot of like little things that maybe, you know, my parents didn't even do in their own business. Yeah. I was learning and I was like, hey Dad, did you gotta do this, this and that? Like I don't know that. And it was just like my dad was like, you're really learning real stuff. Like this is pretty cool, you know, in high school.
Absolutely. So, and that's what, don't get me into the conversation of why, that was the foundation. You know, we need to bring back all of these programs in our schools.
We need to bring back a lot of these programs.
Yeah, because they really do, like, sprout, right? The ideas, like
The
all of us, all
ideas,
of our kids, they're
exactly.
so amazing. But they kind of, high school, especially, like I'm a big fan of like magnets in high schools. Like totally believe in like letting a person figure out what they want to do, but I'm also like in full belief of like,
Give
if
them
you love
focused
money, go
attention.
into finance, right? Like if there are things that you love, there should be academics that's dedicated toward
Something
that.
that they're inclined to. Like, let's find what they're inclined to at
Yeah.
least.
Yep,
So
exactly. Let's
I
find out what they
remember,
like.
right, I remember talking to young Mike about
Hmm.
his own, experience in high school. And I told him
Yeah.
about the Academy of Finance. He was like,
Never
Academy of
heard of
what?
it.
Like, I didn't have any of that,
Yeah.
like there
Yeah.
was none of that. Like, you
Let
had
me
math,
tell you
science, social
something. Let me
studies,
tell you
that's it.
something. At In my current position as legislative aide, myself, I'm a legislative aide to Legislator Christopher Johnson, a product
Mm-hmm.
of the Academy of Finance. Legislator
Mm-hmm.
Johnson's treasurer for his political campaign is from the Academy of Finance. Maureen, you probably remember her.
Oh, yes.
We just
I loved her.
recently had a new person come on staff at the Board of Legislators as legislative director, Marcelo, and guess what? From the Academy of Finance.
From the Academy of
So,
Finance.
like, all true and hard. And I know many people who are products of the Academy of Finance, like Daisha, who has businesses. Her husband has a
Exactly.
bunch of businesses. Like,
Jamila,
exactly,
Deandra.
Jamila, exactly, Deandra. So many people have
Oh
gone
my God.
on to
Who else?
have to be amazing, and it's
So many.
a result of high school. Like, it is what instilled in us,
The
the
foundation.
foundation. Even if we didn't
We
end up in
have to
finance,
do
we
exactly.
knew we knew what it was to be career oriented. We knew what it was
Exactly.
to
To
work
at least
hard. We knew what
to
it
at
is to
least
handle
have the
money.
mindset of like, make sure you look presentable and you're talking
Hi, Naima.
professionally and this and that when you go to your interview, like how to carry yourself,
Yep.
things that we were not learning at home.
Things that we were not learning at home, and things that were not being taught in like our general studies, right? Like, there's things that
Exactly.
people just weren't learning. So I definitely feel as though, back to the question you asked me about what advice you would give somebody who is thinking about
Yeah.
getting into my field, or really just becoming an entrepreneur in general. And I plan to go live actually tomorrow night to talk a little bit about entrepreneurship and the journey, because I haven't been really public about this, but I last month taught a class. It was via Zoom, to a group of kids at the School of New York Times. Is that what it's called?
Hmm.
Yeah, and it's a paid gig, and kind
Nice.
of just taught about the entrepreneurial journey,
Yes.
right?
I'm telling
So
you.
I already have the presentation together. I'm going to actually just tweak it a little bit and offer it like via live, and I'm actually teaching it again tomorrow to the same to different students,
Nice.
but at the same school. But it is,
That is so dope. I
yeah.
love that.
Thank you.
I mean, it's literally like, going back, like,
Yeah.
we had that support and being that support.
Yep, being that support to the people who need it now, right? So if you're thinking
Exactly.
about being in business or becoming an entrepreneur or
Shout out
starting
Mama
anything, like,
Sonia's
one, you cannot be
catering.
afraid to ask for help. Hi. You cannot be afraid to ask for help. You cannot be afraid to roll your sleeves up and do the work. Like, if you're gonna be lazy about it, baby, forget it. You gotta just go ahead and put your resume in somewhere and find somebody who will take you, doing the bare minimum. Because running your own business, running your own company, trying to be somebody is
You
not
are
for the
not
faint.
lying.
It's
You
not for
are
the weak.
lying.
It is not
I
for the
not
weak.
hear a
Okay.
lie. Nowhere.
It is not for the weak.
It's
So,
not for the weak.
people
Your
who are out here trying to
your
have businesses
entire
just to say
psyche
that
will
they
be.
have a business,
It's like,
I don't know who does it for fun. Like, who's like, I'm gonna be a business owner just so I can say I'm a business owner. Like, no, your heart really has to be in it, because it's not easy. It's like, I make
your
the joke all the
psyche
time.
will be.
Like, I'm building a
I feel
business,
like this year, literally, it was like I was this close from
right?
losing my, like,
Okay.
this
This
close from
close.
like
And
going
the crazy
AWOL.
thing is, you'll get there more than once, right? You'll get this close many times. Like, it's not just like, oh, okay, you had a bad day. Like those come every once in a while. No, you're going to have bad days, sometimes bad weeks. You may even have a bad month or two when you're running your, trying to build up your own business. But you got to be the type that's like, dust yourself off and try the fuck again, because
Figure
that's
it
what
the
it's
fuck
about.
out. Because let me tell you
Figure it
something.
out. Figure it out.
I've
You
had other
cry, get
businesses.
your tears out.
I've done
Get your
other
tears
things.
out. Right. Exactly. Get your tears out. Let your cries out. Okay, no problem. I'll even pat your back
And
for
now
you.
I'm doing
But
this.
you got about 2 minutes. And then it's time to get that ass up and figure out what's next, right? So it's not for the faint, it's not for the weak. So I would say definitely like contemplate what it is that you're doing. I always try to encourage people, and not to like make them reconsider becoming an entrepreneur, but I'm a big
to really make sure that they're ready. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of like what it is that you're trying to do. Is it possible to fulfill that in other ways that is more behind the scenes or more,
I have to find. I know there's something in the Bible about a threshing floor, and I gotta find that scripture because I'm gonna send it to you. But basically, what I remember is, there's there's things that you gotta just like shake it out of people low key. Like, how we gonna really get this to what you want it to be? And I feel like you helped me do that with your consulting, because at every point you were like, okay, that's what you want. We got to do this. Like, how we're going to get that done?
How are we going to get that
Figure
done?
it out.
Right.
Make it into bite-sized pieces. Yeah. And now once I saw the work that was connected to some of the stuff that I was saying I wanted to do, I was like, wait, maybe I don't want to do that. You're right. Hold on. And then that's when I would, kind of pivot, like, nah, let me this way. And it led me all the way to here, which is where I needed to be anyway. So
absolutely, 1,000%.
Thank you again. You've been a godsend. You know that I'm super blessed to have you. I love you so much.
I'm so thankful to have you as
I'm
a client.
so grateful, because I know that it's like anybody who's wondering, like, oh, how do I do this? How do I do that? I don't got to worry about explaining to them. I got a friend that does it. Go to Shatika. Her consulting's going to help you. Don't ask me no questions. When it comes to, when it comes to legitimizing your business, doing everything that it takes to
like digital stuff
together, digital website, Shatika is your girl. So
absolutely. And I offer free consultations. So if you want to go on parkconsultingcompany.com, it's a free, no obligation consultation to see.
I'm saving
how that
live.
works.
Anybody
who's
on right now, I'm saving this live. It's gonna go up. I'll have all our links in there, all your information in there. And eventually the show will get to the point where it's like super dope and I'm sending you like a whole care package.
Right.
But we'll do this again another time.
We sure will. Thank you for having me.
For giving us all the knowledge. So thank you.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it so much.
We do these chats on our own all the time. So just bringing it to a wider audience. It's literally like conversation
let's just
flowing.
Share the knowledge, because
exactly.
It's our what's the word I'm looking for? Our currency is our energy. Our energy is our currency. So how do we see more out there of what we know we want to see? We have to put it out there. Like,
right. Absolutely.
I love you, Anna.
I love you too.
Mama Sonia's Catering. Shatika,
I'm so happy
love you. Helpful. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for taking the time to do this.
I'm excited for your other guests, for me to tune in, for me to get all the news.
So
I'm really excited for this.
I literally have my list here of everyone who I've got booked for April, and I'm going into May. So if you have a business, if you're a business owner, Mama Sonia, I got to get you on live.
Yeah.
I want you to come on. We're going to chat. We're going to chill. We're going to wine. We're going to promote your business. And we're going to just share your knowledge and share what you want to tell, anybody who's looking to do something for themselves as well.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, bye, Jenny.
Thank you, ladies.
I'll
All right.
see you
Have a
later.
good
Thank you for
night.
having me. Bye,
You
everybody.
got it. Have a good night. Bye.
You too.
Woohoo!